On today's episode number 47, we're going to be talking about how powerful are words of affirmation for new entrepreneurs, because you got to understand, when you are coming into the field of entrepreneurship and you creating a business for yourself, definitely this is going to be a challenging time, right? To the point where days you're going to have self-doubt going to set in for yourself and what have you. But at the same time, it's important for you to have peers around you that can give you words of encouragement, mentors and what have you. But the one important thing is yourself. That's the most important thing. It don't matter what anybody tell you, but if you don't believe in yourself, believe that you can do it, whatever you can put your mind to and what have you, then it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So you are the most important thing. That's why it's important for you to give yourself words of affirmation. But we're going to dive into it in this episode. So make sure you tap into episode number 47 of the Invest Brand Pod Show. Yep. Grand rising to all my investors and stuff, man. Thank you for tapping into another Monday of the Invest Brand Pod Show. This is officially episode number 47. And today's topic we're going to be talking about is how powerful are words of affirmation to new entrepreneurs, because it's very important to understand, man. When you are building a business on the level 1 first floor and what have you, the first stage, might as well say, is going to be very challenging. It's going to be times of self-doubt and what have you. But we're going to tap into the topic in a moment. But other than that, man, you know what time it is. If you are watching this Invest Brand Pod Show on our YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and also hit the like button so the algorithm know this is a real pod show. And also, if you are listening to this pod show on our Spotify channel, make sure you hit the follow button so you can be notified when a new episode drops. And also, investbrand.com will and be coming up. We will be relaunching or rebranding pretty soon, guys. It's coming soon and what have you. So definitely thank you for being patient with us and what have you, because we in the stage of rebranding. And you know, if you have ever rebrand, you want to make sure that when you come right back out again, you want to make sure you come out stronger than you did before. So we want to make sure everything, our I's is dot, our T's is crossed and what have you, because this time around we want to even come out extra hard than what we did last time. So we got great designs coming up, new product and what have you. Can't wait to show it in our landing page where you can sign up and get the notification when the new site is relaunched and what have you. We'll be back up pretty soon and what have you. We're doing little works to that. So please be patient with us and sit back and enjoy these Invest Brand Pod Show, because these are shows is geared towards new entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs in the early stage of entrepreneurship, because we all need that type of guidance, that advice. Anywhere anything that you need, you can come to the Invest Brand Pod Show. We have episodes geared towards you, whatever you're looking for and what have you. It's for the new entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs in the early stage of entrepreneurship, man. This is for you guys, because at the end of the day, a lot of entrepreneurs that started didn't have anything to turn to. You know, they had to get out before social media. They had to get out and do it on their own, get out and network. And not saying you cannot do that today and what have you, but with social media, you can join a lot of groups. It makes it a whole lot of easy to be to reach things to be more accessible to you, resources and what have you. So we want Invest Brand Pod Show be one of them accessible things, resources that you can tap into on a weekly basis and what have you, man. So we have 47 episodes for you to look through, listen to, and what have you. Anything you can gain from it, man, we'd be happy with that and what have you. But other than that, man, I'm gonna take a quick commercial break and I'll be right back after this break with the segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote, then I explain to you what the quote means. But other than that, man, make sure y'all tap back in to the Invest Brand Pod Show. Yep.
Entrepreneurs embrace the hustle and the grind. Invest Brand Pod Show.
Thank y'all for tapping back into the Invest Brand Pod Show. We back. Like I said, today topic we're gonna be talking about is how powerful are affirmation words to new entrepreneurs and what have you. But other than that, man, before we jump into the topic, you know what time it is. Is that segment we call Quote Me On That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what the quote means. So today quote for all my new entrepreneurs out here betting on themselves, believing in themselves, trusting themselves, chasing your goals, chasing your dreams. This quote is for y'all. So today quote is, every no is just one step closer to the yes that changes everything. So let me read the quote one more time just in case you didn't understand it, you didn't hear it, and what have you. So today quote is, every no is just one step closer to the yes that changes everything. So basically what the quote means is, never let a no stop you, right? Sometimes we get in our feelings, sometimes we let, because we have our minds set on this one thing, and when we try to get it and we get the word no, or we try to reach out to somebody and do business or see if anybody are interested in what we doing and what have you, and we get the answer no, we let that deter us from what we want to do as an entrepreneur, right? Sometimes we let that stop us. We get in our feelings and what have you, instead of going back to the drawing board and working 10 times as hard to get whatever you want going, then going back and you will receive that yes. Because each day you stay consistent, each day you work hard, is you one step closer to a yes, right? That's just like saying if a person has bad credit and you go and try to get a car, you try to get something financed, right? You get that denial letter or that message go back, well, at this time we cannot approve you and what have you, right? So what you're going to do, you're going to either let that stop you, or you're going to go back and you're going to work on your credit even more, right? Get it to the point where when you go back to try to get the finance a car and what have you, you just went one step closer to that yes. So once you get your credit right and everything, guess what's going to happen? You're going to end up receiving a yes, because you got your credit to the point where it's something that can be approved, something that looks great. Because like I said, never let a no stop you. A no is just one step closer, let you know you one step closer to a yes. Because at the end of the day, or you just for instance, let's keep it in the realm of an entrepreneur. Work on your business. Get it to the point where people recognize it. Get it to the point where it has power. Get to the point where it's beginning to be noticeable, right? Get it to the point where it's becoming of something that people are taking a liking to and what have you. Get it to a point where your brand or your business starting to do numbers, because at the end of the day, once you establish your brand and get it to where you need to get it to, it's going to be easy for somebody to say yes, because now they see how established you are. They see how established you are as an entrepreneur. You trustworthy. They feel like they're not taking a risk. Even though they're taking a risk, they know it's guaranteed that they're not going to lose at all on taking a risk on you, what have you. So it's going to be a lot easier for that yes to come. So that's what the quote means. So that's the segment we call Quote Me On That. And today topic, we're going to jump into it, guys. Like I said, today topic, we're going to be talking about how powerful are words of affirmation when it comes to new entrepreneurs. You got to understand, man, words of affirmation is very, very powerful, right? Not saying it's a end all to be all. Of course, you're going to have to put action behind your words of affirmation. Words of affirmation is just the beginning point of you getting you to become motivated, right? Becoming more of just say motivation. Get you motivated to put action into behind your words and what have you, right? Because words of affirmation, it without action is just words, right? You just continue to pump yourself up knowing you're not going to do anything. You're not going to put any action behind it. You got to execute, right? Words of affirmation is just the first stage of it. You just getting yourself prepared mentally, right? Letting yourself, building your courage up, building your confidence up, because you want to be confident. You want to make sure you build your encouragement up, right? Your confidence. Now you're ready to go, because at the end of the day, when you are on the first stage of entrepreneurship, and that's the stage of now you getting going on being an entrepreneur, getting your business going, getting your brand going, whatever you decide to do as an entrepreneur, right? It's going to be challenging days to the point where you're going to have days that you might let self-doubt sit in, right? At night when you lay down, you feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I think I need to quit. I don't think I'm smart enough to continue to be an entrepreneur. I don't think I'm smart enough to get this business going or what have you. You allow self-doubt to set in. So that's why words of affirmation is very, very, very important, right? If it's coming from your peers, if it's coming from your mentors and what have you, but the most important thing is coming from you and you believe it, because it don't matter what anybody tell you. Anybody can give you words of affirmation every day, but if you don't believe that for yourself, right, or tell yourself that, then it's not going to go as far as you think and what have you, right? So I have six things of words, what words of affirmation would do for you if you begin to use them, especially as a new entrepreneur, how powerful it is to new entrepreneurs. Let's say that, right? So the first thing on my list that I have far as how powerful words of affirmation is to new entrepreneurs is, like I just said, boost confidence, right? And this is something that you want to do. You want to be able to, and that's the first thing before anything you do in life. You want to make sure you build your confidence up, because if you're not confident, then you're not going to be confident enough to make the decision for your business, right? You're not going to be confidence enough to take a risk for your business, right? Because it's all about boosting your confidence up. You want to be self-confident, because this is critical to you when it comes to making business decisions and taking risks. Because if you are not confident enough in your ability to make the right decision, or the decision that you make is going to be right, is right, and what have you, then it's going to be hard for you to take your brand or your business to where it needs to go, right? Or taking risks. If you're not confident enough in taking risk and believing in of your smarts and your brains and what you can do, or your ability and what have you, then it's not going to go as far, right? So boost of confidence is the main thing. And that's what words of affirmation do. It don't matter whatever words of affirmation you want to use. Long as those words of affirmation is something that's positive, that's going to build confidence within yourself, self-confidence, or what have you. That's why the key word is self-confidence, self-determination, and what have you, right? Self-independent, whatever. Self is always the beginning point, because it starts with you, and it ends with you. It don't matter what anybody tell you. It don't matter how many people believe in you. It don't matter how many people support you. If you don't believe in yourself, then it's not going to go as far as you think it's going to go, right? So that's very important, man. You want to boost your confidence up, and this is a very key point. First, before you even thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, you want to make sure you got your confidence on high, because this is entrepreneurship can be brutal at times, especially when you have rough days. You can be brutal on yourself real bad, right? When to the point where it can damage your confidence, right? Because we are always harder on ourselves than anybody else is, because we critique ourselves in a way where we feel like we should be doing way better than what we would, or what we doing right now. So that's why it's important for you to boost your confidence up, right? Number 2 is motivation. This is the point where you build in motivation. Now your words of affirmation, you confident, right? You can build your confidence up and what have you. Now you at a stage of motivation. Now you motivating yourself. Now you want to motivate yourself each and every day to get out, to create action for your business so you can get things done and what have you. So it's very important, because through difficult times, right, this is the point where you want to continue to speak the words of affirmation to motivate you so you can be able to achieve the goals that you set out, right? That's why I say, if you have a planner And every day you have your tasks, right? You got your planner out and you writing your tasks down on in that same area. Write 3 words of affirmation down. That's going to help build not confidence, but motivate you to get you going on that day, right? To continue to get you going and what have you. Don't matter what words of affirmation you use for that day, or you can put up top on your planner and what have you. Words of affirmation that you're going to use every day for that month and what have you, right? And you can interchange them. You can change them out each and every month, right? Or you can keep it the same, right? Whatever is helping you and continue to help you stay motivated. Because like I said, it's difficult times in entrepreneurship. I'll be alive to tell you if you'll never face any trials and tribulation or any difficult times as being an entrepreneur. That'd be a flat out lie that I would tell you, right? So understand this can be difficult because at the end of the day, you in a learning phase of being an entrepreneur. You know, some things you're going to miss, some things you're going to have to learn, some things you're going to have to go to the drawing board back. But when it comes to achieving your goals, you want to be motivated. As long as you stay consistent and you willing to learn as an entrepreneur, you willing to make sure you go back and correct the things that you did wrong so you can implement it, the right things in, so you can continue that journey of achieving your goals, your tasks for that day. So it's very important, man, because being motivated also help you stay focused on your goals. And that's the key point. You don't want to get out of focus. You want to stay focused on your goals. And that's very important to do because a lot of times we allow difficult times to make us not focus, make us get off a track. And now we become focused. We're not focused enough to continue to try to achieve our goals and what have you. Number 3 on my list is reduce stress, because this is one thing. It can be stressful, especially if you're a person that stress a lot, that have anxiety and what have you, and anything can trigger it. This would be a perfect for you. Words of affirmation is perfect for that. It keeps your stress levels down, right? Continue to speak your words of affirmation each and every day. When you wake up, look yourself in the mirror and speak your words of affirmation, especially if you have anxiety, right? Anything can trigger it, right? So when you speak your words of affirmation, you feel like, okay, I feel like my anxiety is slowly sneaking up on me. Speak your words of affirmation. Redirect yourself back to the positive side of why you're doing this for as an entrepreneur, right? This is very important because as an entrepreneur, your mental state, your mental health, mentally focus, your mental health is very, very important. And I talked about this in one of my episodes. I can't remember what episode it was, but I talk about, matter of fact, 2 of my episodes, I talk about your mental your mental health, and it was another show, I forgot what the name of it, but it's geared along the line of mental, right? So it's very important. This is very important as an entrepreneur because you want to be mentally healthy, and that's why words of affirmation will help you with that. It will mentally get you back right again, right? So you would not stress, because once you hit a level of stress as an entrepreneur, that can hinder you from moving forward. That can also make you come to a standstill, right? To the point where you might not do anything for weeks because you are stressed out. You stressed out. Now your anxiety done kicked in. And so now the whole month done went by and you haven't done anything because now you in this rut. You stressing out. You don't know what's going on or what have you because you can't focus, right? So that's very important, man. As an entrepreneur, you want to stay mentally and emotionally. That's very important. Emotionally, mentally, and emotionally stable as an entrepreneur. Not saying, yes, we all human. We all may get emotional sometimes, but long as you don't allow the emotions to take control over you to the point where is hindering you for doing anything, then that's definitely would be a problem, right? So I'm not saying as an entrepreneur you can't, have your emotional downtime, or sometimes you might have a mental error or hiccup here and there and what have you. As long as you get right back on the grind again, get back on your hustle as an entrepreneur, then you don't have anything to worry about. We all human. We all go through human experience that may sometimes be difficult and what have you, right? So what I say, number 3 was reduce stress. Number 4 on my list is improve mindset, because this is the key point where you want to cultivate a growth type of mindset, because now you want to grow as an entrepreneur. This is your growing stage, especially when you're in early stages of being an entrepreneur. You want to learn as much as possible, not just learn. You want to, whatever you learn, you want to put it to action, right? And this is the point where you cultivating yourself as an entrepreneur, because you're trying to get to that next level. You're trying to grow your business to the point where you continue to grow each and every month. You growing as an entrepreneur because you don't want to stand still and what have you. So that's why it's important to improve your mindset, right? Because when you cultivate your mindset, it's going to be easy for you to deal with difficult times. It's going to make it easy for you to deal with setbacks, because it's going to be setbacks, but it's going to be easy for you to learn from it. It's going to be easy for you to embrace it. And when you can learn from it and embrace it, that's going to allow you to be able to do what you need to do to put everything back right again, to make the changes that you need to make so you can continue to move forward, right? So that's why it's important, man, to grow your mindset. Mindset, it starts right here. It starts in your mind, right? So whatever you want to be as an entrepreneur, it's all up to you to determine what type of entrepreneur you want to be, right? It starts with a mindset, right? So it's all about, man, growing, cultivating your mindset, because now, like I said, you're going to have failures as an entrepreneur. But when you have a mindset to where you're not going to allow anything to stop you, you got a mindset of you're going to win. You're going to be successful. It don't matter if you hit bumps in the roads, you have failures, but at the end of the day, you're not going to allow them failures to stop you. What you're going to do when it comes to them failures, you're going to learn from it. Because like I said in past episodes, failing is nothing but a learning experience, right? So once you learn what you failed at and you make the changes that you need, right, you can move forward. You can get things done as an entrepreneur. It's very important, guys. Now, that was number 4, improve your mindset, right? Number 5 is strengthen relationships. And it's all about, man, as an entrepreneur, right? You want to be able to build that type of network of support, because sometimes you might need to call somebody. You may need to reach out to one of your peers through your network, or people that you are in groups with and what have you. Or you need to reach out to a mentor, a family member, somebody that's within your support network that you may need to hear a word or two from to get you back refocused again, get you back to where you need to be at and what have you, right? Because sometimes I know you may you by yourself may not be enough. You may need that other person to help you, because that person already know you and know how you are, right? So you might need that person that you look forward to, that you can call on, you can lean on, and just give you a word, right? To get you focused, right? Sometimes we need that jump start from somebody. If you can't get it from yourself, sometimes you need to go and call that mentor. You need to call that family member. You need to call that peer within your network, a support circle, to help you and get you jump started again. It's nothing wrong with that, guys. It's nothing wrong with that at all. And that's what it's all about, man. You want to use words of affirmation as something, as a tool, right? And like I said, words of affirmation it's not the end all to be all. It's not something that's going to make you successful. Words of affirmation is just building your confidence up, right? As a new entrepreneur, building your confidence up, getting you ready, right? And that leads to becoming motivated, right? And motivation doesn't stop. It doesn't stop at motivation, right? Don't get me wrong. Yes, you want to become motivated, but you don't want to just be motivated. You want to execute on your plan. And that's your plan. And your plan is achieving your goals, whatever you set forward as your goals, right? You want to be words of affirmation, right? Build your confidence, right? Number 1, build your confidence. Number 2, become motivated. Number 3, execute. So those are the 3 things. Let me say it one more time. You want to build your confidence, you want to become motivated, and you want to execute. Those are three things, guys. Very, very important, right? Strengthen your relationship, and words of affirmation also can lead to stronger relationships because now that person, just say for instance, you join a social media group with other like-minded people like yourself that's new and beginning entrepreneurs, and y'all constantly bouncing at words of affirmation off each other, leaning on, letting each other know you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth support that builds relationship, right? That builds a kind of vibe. They build kind of a kind of core of something where you can trust somebody, you can call on and what have you. So it's very important, man. Very, very important. Number 6 is enchant creativity. Because you got to understand, man, this is very important. You want to continue to be creative, creating ideas, doing what it needs to take so you can innovate your business. Because when you are in the field of entrepreneurship, you creating a business, a brand, what have you, you're going to innovate your business. It's not one entrepreneur that never innovated a business, because if you haven't innovate your business, then 9 out of 10 times you're not going to make it, right? Because it's very important to innovate your business, because you want to make sure that you stand along the lines of what is current, right? Not saying you have to follow trends, but you want to be right there with the people that supporting you, the people within your community that want to see certain things from you, right? Because they support you. They like what you provide for them because you add value to their life and what have you. But you don't want to get stagnant to the point where you don't add no type of innovation. And that's why I want to say I'm not trying to bad mouth Apple, right? But you have a lot of Apple customers that's not buying a new Apple phone. You have some like, the last couple phones that came out is basically the same thing, right? Maybe the camera may be an upgrade and what have you, but other than that, it's basically the same and what have you, because Apple, in so many words, haven't added that step of innovation where it makes people feel like, okay, this is something that's different. See, Apple, known as a powerhouse, and they have already established community of people knowing if we drop a phone right now, people going to line up and buy it. But at the end of the day, sometimes that gets old to people. Sometimes people looking for new things from you. Some people looking for, now you get to the point where people within your community is looking for some type of new innovation, something that's going to different. It's going to be different from the last other things that you have provided for them and what have you, right? So words of affirmation can help you continue to be creative, right? Can bring that out of you, bring certain ideas out of you, right? Because now you speaking words. Now you telling yourself words like you're smart. You can create the best ideas in the world and what have you. Whatever words of affirmation that you want to provide for yourself that's going to help enchant your creativity, right? So it's very important to understand that, because this is like a stimulating your mind, stimulating your mindset, right? Getting you going, telling yourself words that, like me per se, I speak words of affirmation to myself throughout the day. It's a constantly reminder to myself, like, hey, you're smart, you're intelligent, you can do this, right? No one can make you not a believer of yourself. No one can stop you from being coming great. No one can stop you from tapping into your greatness and what have you. Your greatness is something that people will see value in. So, throughout the day, I'm just speaking certain words of affirmation to myself, because I like to keep that positive energy within myself, because it's all about investing in myself. When you pour positive words, affirmation within yourself, right, that's going to help you in the long run. When you pouring words into yourself, it's like having a pot. You growing matter of fact, you growing a flower. You're gonna put the right ingredients in it so it can grow, right? That's the same way when it comes to you. You growing as an entrepreneur. So you're gonna have to put the right ingredients within yourself so you can grow as an entrepreneur. Because if you're not putting anything within yourself as an entrepreneur, you're not gonna grow. Right. If you're not going to, and if you're not growing as an entrepreneur, how you going to grow your business? Right. It goes hand in hand. As you growing as an entrepreneur, your business is growing. At the end of the day, you don't have to even worry about it, because when you growing as an entrepreneur, your business is going to automatically grow, right? Because as you learning, as you implementing things in your business is growing without you even recognizing it, right? So at the end of the day, man, new entrepreneurs out there, you in the beginning stages of entrepreneurship, words of affirmation. If you haven't already tapped into words of affirmation, this is be the time for you to tap into it. If you having any self-doubt, it's time for you to tap into your words of affirmation each and every day. Just first thing when you wake up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror, tell yourself words of affirmation, right? Listen to things that's positive, that's going to get your day off right. Because the first couple minutes when you wake up, the first thing you listen to is going to determine your day. It's going to set your tone for your day. So you have plenty of motivational speakers out there, people that you can listen to that can get you going throughout your day, set your tone for your day and what have you. But it's nothing like you setting your own tone for the day and what have you. But other than that, man, guys, thank y'all for tapping into another Invest Brand Pod show today. Like I said, this is episode number 47. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified when a new episode drop. And also hit the like button so the algorithm know it's real. Listen to this show on our Spotify channel. Hit the follow button so you can be notified when a new episode drop. But other than that, guys, man, the relaunch is coming soon, man. I can't wait because we got great products. Maybe next show, I might give you a sneak peek of one of our hats that we bring in, our hats or shirts and what have you, of what's coming in store, so you can get a feel of what to expect, because it's very important, guys, man. But other than that, man, thank y'all for tapping into the Invest Brand Pod show. Yep.